Good afternoon, class. Today we're going to look at Unit 86 of my Grammar Lab. But before that, let's check the answers in focus. So let's turn to page 127. Page 127. So I asked you to do exercise 2 and exercise 3 last week, right? So let's look at the answers together first. So exercise 2, number 1. Will has his grass cut? So remember this pattern. Okay, have something done. So what is the tense here? It should be simple present, right? It's not present perfect. Why? Because in this pattern, have something done. Okay, because the PP doesn't follow the main verb. Okay, it doesn't follow the main verb, so it's not related to the tense. Okay, so has, so it should tell you that it should be simple present, right? Okay, number 2. Will had his roof repaired. Again, it should be simple past. We just look at the word had to tell the tense. Okay, and then 3. Will is going to have his locks changed. And then 4. Will was having his garden wall painted. Was having, past continuous. 5. Will has just had some apple trees planted. So has just had, present perfect. And then 6 is having a tree house built. Okay. And then exercise 3. She cuts people's hair. B. She's having her hair styled. So it's happening now. And C. I once cut my hair myself. So the word once tells you that it should be past simple. And then 2A. Could you take a photo? B. I need to have a photo taken. C. If you want to take photos. And then 3A. I'm having it repaired. 3B. He repairs cars. C. We can repair your car. Okay, then let's move on to my Grammar Lab. Please take out my Grammar Lab and turn to page 259. 259. So let's look at the answers in exercise 2 first. Okay, so number 1, have a top designer produce. So remember, we can ask somebody to do something. So have somebody do something for us. And then 2, we can have the best table reserved. Okay, so have something done. Okay, have something done. And number 4, if you have had a flight cancelled, again it is have something done. So what is the tense here? We just look at these two words, have had. Okay, so it should be present perfect. Okay, and then number 5, be careful because get somebody to do something for us. Okay, so we can get one of our pilots to fly. And then 6, you can have your hair and makeup done. So have something done again. Okay, and then 7, we will get a plumber to come to your house. So get somebody to do something for us. And then 8, if your car needs servicing. Okay, needs servicing or needs to be serviced. Okay, exercise 3 then. So number 1, so I have my hair colored every 6 weeks. So it should be simple present. 2, Cindy got her phone stolen. Okay, the same as have something done here. Okay, so got her phone stolen. 3, I think it needs checking or needs to be checked. Alright, the meanings are the same. 4, did you get those documents copied? So get something done. Get something done. 5, I'll have the porter take your bags up. So have somebody do something for you. 6, can I get my passport photos taken? So the same. Can I get the photos taken? Okay? Alright, so let's look at 86 together. Turn to the next page. We talk about passive reporting verbs. Okay, so what are passive reporting verbs? Let's take a look. Let's underline something here. So we can use passive reporting verbs to talk about general feelings or beliefs. For example, his company is thought to be worth almost $3 billion. So it is the same as many people think this way. Okay, so it's thought to be passive reporting verbs. Or when we don't know or we don't want to say who made the statement originally. Okay, so it was suggested that the factory should be closed. So we don't know who suggested that. Okay, I'm afraid your fees were considered to be too expensive. Okay, and then let's look at the patterns. So what are the reporting verbs? So we can have believe, consider, expect, know, report, understand, say, state, and think. Okay, and be very careful. There are two patterns. Okay, so number one, we begin a sentence with it, and then the passive verb, and then that, and then clause. So clause is the same as SVO. Okay, just like a simple sentence. All right. So it is said that Ralph Lauren is the world's richest fashion designer. So I will highlight it this way. It is said that, and then an SVO. Yesterday it was reported that. So yesterday it was reported that, and then the SVO. 3 prisoners had escaped from the island. Okay, so this is the first way to use it. How about the second way? So we begin a sentence with the subject this time, and a passive reporting verb, and then to, an infinitive. So let's take a look. The American team is expected to win, and his company is thought to be worth almost $3 billion. Okay, so there are two ways to use these reporting verbs. So to talk about the past, we use the perfect infinitive. So this one, it's a bit more complicated. Well, what is the passive infinitive? So let's take a look. Okay, so people say the Romans built the town. This is the past tense. But if we use this pattern, okay, we change it this way. The Romans are said to have built. Are said to have built something. Okay, because it was in the past, so we have to use perfect infinitive. And another one, people believe the town was built by the Romans, so the town is believed to have been built by the Romans. Okay, so this one is active. It becomes are said to have built, and this one is passive. It becomes is believed to have been built. Okay, so active and passive voice. So how about the formality? So these patterns are mainly used in news reports and in academic and scientific English. Okay, so for example, when you are writing an argumentative essay, you want to sound more formal and objective, then you can use this pattern. Okay, let's look at two more examples. These poems are considered to be Shakespeare's finest works. The new software is expected to require more memory. Okay, it sounds more formal. Okay, the last part here, supposed to and meant to. Pay attention to the pronunciation. Okay, this one should be pronounced as meant, not mint. So supposed to and meant to have several meanings. Okay, they have similar meanings. Okay, so the first bullet point, we often use them for something that was arranged or expected but didn't happen. For example, he was supposed to phone me yesterday, but he didn't. Okay, so where are the keys? They were supposed to have been left on my desk. And then where's John? He was meant to be here half an hour ago. Okay. And then the second one, we also use supposed to or meant to for things we should or shouldn't do. We often use it when people break the rules. Okay, or do things we think are wrong. So you can't go in there. You're meant to wait outside. We aren't supposed to talk in the library. So someone has broken the rules. Okay. And the last bullet point, but suppose and supposed to and meant to can also describe a general belief. For example, try the lamb curry is supposed to be really good. So people believe that it is really good. You should take the train. It's meant to be less stressful than flying. Okay? So the meanings are very, very similar, okay, for these two expressions. Okay, then let's do some classwork together. So classwork today should be the 25th of May. Okay, please do exercise 1 now. Pause the video and do exercise 1. Alright, so let's check the answers. Number 1, Tom Cruise is said to be the richest film star in the world. So is said to be. So is this a fact? No. Is said to be. So many people say this, but it might not be true. Okay, so it should be A. People think this, but it may not be true. 2, we are supposed to take a present with us. So we are supposed to. So number 2, it should be A. So our hosts expect us to take a present. Alright, so how about number 3? It's believed that the government will cancel the high-speed railway line. So number 3, it should be B. Some people believe this will happen. It is believed. Okay. And 4, how annoying, we were meant to have seats in the front row. So we were meant to have. So the fact was they haven't given us seats. Okay, we are meant to have. And 5, it has been suggested that Martin stole £100,000 from his employer's bank account. So it has been suggested. So some people say Martin did this, but we are not sure. All right. Okay, so let's look at your homework. This one. 25th, sorry. And then this one. So exercise 2 and exercise 3 for today. Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow. I'll post 2 YouTube videos online. Please watch them tomorrow. Okay. Goodbye, class.